Hi everyone and welcome back to Excel VBA tutorial series. Today's chapter will be more on sharing best practices. So we're soon going to start off with how to write loops, but before we actually jump to that level, I just wanted to share this with you guys regarding so let me just actually talk you all through it rather than just so anyways, I've got my Excel workbook opened up and let's jump down to the developers tab. So today's lesson is around the usage of option explicit. Now so when you create a module, you will simply have a module, but so in a module, if you have to define a variable, we specifically write dim s as string, for example, or we define a variable as dim I as string, etc, etc, I as integer, be it whatever. That is only when you are using the option explicit mode. However, if you're not using the option explicit mode, you need not define variables. So for example, even if I don't write I as integer, I can directly assign a value to I. So for example, I say I equal to 10, message box I. So as you can see, I've not even defined I, but I'm still able to use it. So as exciting and as effortless it sounds, this can actually result in an error. It is not recommended as the best programming practice to use when you are running an application with huge number of sub-procedures, modules. The reason being is that you may eventually make an error. So for example, if you don't have option explicit, you do not need to define any variables, what we've already discussed. So let me show you an example. For example, if I have to write I equal to I plus 1, so the outcome that I'm expecting in my sub-procedure would be for I to become 11, because I is already 10 and I'm saying I equal to I plus 1. But when I run this, I still get an I as a 10. The reason behind this is because accidentally we may end up typing something else and the program unknowingly will accept it as valid variable since we haven't used option explicit. So in the same example, if we had used option explicit, what this would do, so let's assume firstly it wouldn't allow us because we need to define our variable. So let's say dim I as integer. Now if I were to make the same error where I've written I instead of 1I, and if I try to run this, as you can see, it's immediately highlighted by the system saying that I've made a mistake. So basically option explicit gives you a control over your programming scripts, and it's highly recommended that you use option explicit to ensure that there are no errors that are processed by a program while running a huge application or huge number of scripts that are involved. So anyways guys, thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next chapter, as it's going to be really interesting on loops. So take care and see you soon. Bye bye.